So, welcome to yet another glamorous London hotel room. It's Monday, and I'm staying in a hotel tonight because tomorrow morning, Tuesday, is the announcement of the BAFTA nominations, and I need to be in town very early. Now, by the time you're watching this blog, the BAFTA nominations will have happened, and you will know, as I do now on Monday, that Colin Firth will have been nominated in the Best Actor category. This is the front page of today's newspaper. Colin Firth clutching the Golden Globe, which he won last night. That's Sunday night. You can also pretty much guarantee that Colin Firth will win the BAFTA award for Best Actor because he's a great actor, and he will also be nominated for and indeed win the Oscar for Best Actor because A, he's a great actor, and B, he is playing a member of British royalty who has a relationship with a commoner. You see, the thing is, in America, they just love that scenario. Think of the American reaction to the film that we know over here as Mrs. Brown, but they called in America Her Majesty Mrs. Brown, the story of the Queen and the commoner who between them forged a relationship which changed history. Think recently of Dame Helen Mirren's Oscar win for playing the Queen in The Queen. Now, central to that film was the relationship between the Queen and Tony Blair. I've always felt it was terrible that Michael Sheen wasn't nominated because his part of that film was every bit as important as hers. But the Americans, they just love that idea. She's the Queen, but she has to deal with an ordinary person. The Prime Minister, admittedly, but an ordinary Prime Minister. Now, in the case of Colin Firth in The King's Speech, he plays a member of royalty who doesn't want to become king, but in order to do so, which he has to do, he has to overcome a speech impediment. And to do that, he has to forge a strange friendship with a speech therapist who not only is one of the common people, but is a colonial common person. He's from the other side of the world. He's from one of the British colonies, and yet somehow he gets inside the royal psyche and makes everything better. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Colin Firth's win will be deserved. I think Colin Firth's win will be certain. You can pretty much bet your house on it now. But amidst all the hoopla, amidst all the cheering, amidst all the plaudits, which are all deserved, do me this one favour. Go back and get a copy of Mark Evans' film Trauma on DVD. Years and years ago, Colin Firth really impressed me in that film about a man with a fractured psyche who showed all the range, the depth, the strangeness, the weirdness, the suffering, the potential that he shows in The King's Speech. I have no doubt that Colin Firth will win and deserves to win. If I had my way, he would have won for Trauma.